this is an age-old relationship. It was what bore, really, ChatGPT to the fold was the financial backing of OpenAI. But the deal was always that they would have limited access to tech if OpenAI did reach AGI. How is this going to change, Matt?
That's right. So Microsoft, as a condition of all the investment they've poured into OpenAI, they have access to their technology. They can bake it into their products. They're worried for some time about a potential cliff. Should OpenAI say, "Hey, we've built an artificially general intelligence system," Microsoft would lose access to the tech. So what we're hearing recently is that Microsoft is getting more comfortable that the terms they're talking about now mean that cliff might not occur. There might be a way that they can continue to have access to some of OpenAI's technology. Should they hit that milestone.
Matt, we've heard that talks are progressing, that they're positive, but they're still ongoing. We heard from sources that in Sun Valley, Sam Altman actually met with Satya Nadella to talk about the issue. The part of it that is on the OpenAI side of this is that they want to change that corporate structure. What do we know about how these negotiations are moving toward that?
Well, so we know that, first of all, Microsoft is the biggest holdout to that renegotiation of OpenAI's structure. We know that OpenAI wants to alter its corporate charter. They want more flexibility. They want the ability to raise a whole lot more money. And that's really what's kind of ticking the clock here, particularly a bunch of cash from SoftBank. The big investor has the authority to dial down some of that investment if OpenAI doesn't complete the restructure before the end of the year. So it's just created this little bit of ticking clock in the background, putting pressure on both sides to come up with a deal.
And also revenue share, right, Matt? It feels as though OpenAI is realizing, well, how much value they're adding and wants a little bit more of it.
That's right. I mean, if you wind back the clock to 2019 when Microsoft first put cash into OpenAI, Microsoft got a really good deal on kind of a flyer that this AI lab was going to be a big deal. Roll the clock forward, turns out they're an enormous deal, and OpenAI wants a bit more of that pie for sure.